Hello. Hello. Welcome to my channel, Georgia Girl, Every Woman Wellness. And I am your host, Georgia Girl. And today is Throwback Thursday, everybody. Throwback Thursday. You know, I like to take y'all back on Thursday. We're going to be talking about that spanking, y'all. We're going to be talking about spanking. But I want to thank God for allowing me today. Uh, I'm so thankful. Let me turn this down right here. Hope everybody have had a good day. I supposed to went live earlier, but I was trying to charge my phone up so I can make sure I have enough charge. But let me turn this down. But I hope everybody's day is going well. I'm just sitting back, got my leg up. You know, I got this old knee here. Still got that fluid on it, but I'm good. So how's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Hey, Miss Key, how you doing? If you coming in the chat, just type the word troopers and your link will drop. Today I'm talking about spanking. How many of y'all remember getting spankings when you were little? How many of y'all remember getting spankings when you was little? You doing well? That's good. I saw your word of the day. That was a good message. That was a good message. We got one more day on that. Then next week we'll be doing what is it? Gosh, what is that we supposed to do next week? Detox water next week. So if anybody want to jump on some of these challenges, only thing you got to do is hashtag um, wellness challenge 5. Cause we are on season 5. So how your day been going? Detox. You know I gotta go get my hey butt files. Good to see you. I just came on today. Today is Throwback Thursday, and I want to talk about spanking. How many of y'all remember getting spankings? How many of y'all trying to get comfortable here? How many of y'all remember getting spankings? Do people still get spankings, y'all? Do people still get spankings? How many of y'all remember getting y'all a whipping? How many of y'all remember getting whipped with a belt or a switch? We used to have switches. My grandma used to whip us with switches, y'all. And then you know what the sad part about it? We had to go get our own switches. We had to go pick our own switches, y'all. She'll go tell us, look. Sometimes, like if the grandma or your mama already heard about how you acted at school, sometimes they already had a switch waiting on you. But that's what I want to talk about today about discipline and should the school start that back. They cut that out in school. They cut it out in school. You remember those switches, girl? Honey, they used to get those switches and plait them up together. And ooh, that used to hurt, especially the one then when they take the leaves off of them. Yes, honey. I remember my grandma used to get like 2 or 3 switches, right? She used to get like 2 or 3 switches and tie them up together and get out of school. Especially if she done heard about it. My mama done heard about how we was at school, right? Honey, those switches was waiting on us. They was waiting on us. But I don't know. Do people still look? Do people still use switches? What do people use now? What are people doing to discipline their kids now? What are they doing? Do they still use belts, paddles, or what? Because they cut it out at school. They cut it out where you can't, where the school are not whipping the kids. In a way, I didn't have a problem when my son's school was, you know, whipping him or whatever. But they changed it. They changed to where the schools don't have to whoop them. I think now they get like detention and stuff like that. They don't really whoop the kids now. If I think they suspend them or they give them so many warnings before they suspend them. But I can remember it was this teacher named Miss Thornton. Miss Thornton, Miss Hattie Bell Thornton, and then we had another teacher named Miss Thornton. She used to have a little ruler, like the little ruler, the little skinny rulers. And her, she used to take us and hit that ruler and bend our hand back like this right here. Woo! We didn't know what was gonna happen then. She used to take our hand and bend our hand like that, right? Huh? Taking the device away. Hold on, trying to see what you say. Taking the device away. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now these days, all the kids got phones and games. You have to find ways to punish them. If you're not going to whoop them, at least take something that they like to enjoy. Like I look at my grandson and I'm not playing the game. And we already told him, you know what you're supposed to do when you get out of school. When you get out of school, you do your homework, do what you're supposed to do, then get to the game. No, do your chores and then get to the game. And then when they don't do good, if they don't mind me, I take their phone. Ain't that right, KJ? When y'all echo what I say, I'm gonna get that phone. And they'll be wanting you to get that phone out. But you know, when my kids were coming up, I was still whooping them. I was whooping them. I used to use the belt. I think I used the switch a couple times. But now it seemed like I ain't saying my grandkids like that, but these days now you try to whoop kids, first thing they'll say they gonna call the police on you, and that's the worst thing they should have did. That's the worst thing. That's the worst thing they could have came up with. Let those kids know that you can report them if you whoop them, but you have to have discipline, especially like if you're out in public. What if you're out in public, right? Suppose you were at the fair or at the grocery store or something like that, then your child want to show out. I'm going to tell you, when we was coming up, we acted up. My mom used to pop us right there in that grocery store. If we act up in church, we used to got in trouble right there at church. Now, when you at church acting up, they will take you out to church, right? Because, they don't want to interrupt the service. But you have to have some type of discipline these days. Because you don't, those children, they going to feel like they have the upper hand. They going to feel like they can tell you what to do. So we probably was brought up getting spankings and with the switch or with a paddle or a belt. Because that's how we was brought up. And then when the school system, they was doing their paddles. Ooh, I know that principal. That principal at my school used to have like a panel about this long, right? And that paddle used to be so thick. Oh my God. It used to be so thick. And then like when they send you to the office, like if you get in trouble, they'll send you to the office or He used to like give you at least about 3 or 4 licks. Oh my God. I remember those days. And you know what? Them little paddles used to sting too. Those paddles used to sting when those principals and teachers used to whoop you. In a way, I'm glad they took it out. And in a way, they probably need to bring it back because some of these kids are getting outrageous. But they'll tell you quick, you hit me, I'm gonna call the police on you. That's the worst thing they could have ever, ever did. But that's all I was talking about today about uh, how we discipline our kids and how grandparents and mom and them used to discipline us. And sometimes, when you do things like when you get in trouble and then they discipline you, sometimes be a lesson for you to learn. You know, sometimes we ought to thank God that we had parents that made sure we stayed on track, especially when it come down to our schoolwork. They stayed on us to finish school and go on to do what we got to do in life. This is an old shirt here, but this is one of my shirts in my store. This is one of my brand right here. I branded this right here. It say Every Woman Confident. This is one of my first designs I did in my shop. And I does do t-shirts, mugs, and different things like that. Still pushing on it. I do a lot of stuff for the holidays. The holidays are coming up. Sometimes I do stockings, custom made stockings, and I got hoodies and different things like that. So I'll be sharing some promotions for the holidays and stuff. But yeah, I just sit back and think about uh, all them days. My mom used to get that switch out. And those little switch used to have some little knots on. Do y'all remember that? Y'all remember when those switches had knots on them, right? And you just know you gonna get a killing when they hit you, when they whoop you with them kind of switches. Boy, I tell you, you look up and you gonna see a whip on you in a minute. But like I said, I think I had a good childhood. I thank God for my mom, my grandmother, my dad. Like I stayed with my mom. My dad was out of town, but he, when I does see was seeing when he did come home. But I thank God for having parents to help guide me and make me to be the woman I am today. Those paddling those switches, that was something that they parents did to make sure they stayed on track. But now you try to whoop a child with a switch or a paddle, they'll think you abusing them because that's the first thing they'll holler out. My parents abused me. Even though their parents were brought up in that kind of situation, but ain't nothing like it used to be. We can see the television, you can watch stuff on the news, or we see things on the internet that things are not like they used to be, and that's just life. Ain't nothing like it used to be, but we have to thank God for where we're at in this world. Like I tell my kid, y'all lucky. Y'all lucky they took the paddling out. But like I said, Miss Thornton was a mean little lady. That was a mean little teacher, but she used to get our hand and bend them back like that and get, like those rulers, the measuring rulers. Used to take our hand. She used to tear us up, Lord. God bless the dead. Both of those teachers was named Miss Thornton, and they both used to whip us. Hey, Mona, how you doing? You all got switched too in the yes, yes, yes. You never get whippings like that. You never get whipping. Yes, I feel great. I'm on day 15, girl. I'm on day 15. Day 15. You can ask my kids. They went and got some food today. I told them, don't get me nothing fried. I don't want nothing fried. They brought me back a grilled chicken sandwich. This morning I ate a good breakfast. I shared my breakfast in my short. I've been doing a lot of short. They like, Mama, what you bought? I said, get me a grill, chicken salad. I mean, chicken sandwich. That's all I'm eating right now is chicken, turkey, and fish. Look, by the end of this month, I probably looking like a chicken girl. But I feel great, and once you do things to better yourself, it should make you feel good. It should make you feel good. Going through the change or trying to eat right. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. But it's for your best. I know it's for my best. Um, yeah, it was my jacket. Oh, hold on, I'm trying to bring this closer because I'm reading off the computer. And I got phone. It was no joke. Mona, do you remember those paddles? I got my knee propped up. This knee right here still giving me trouble. Do you remember those paddles used to be so thick? Those paddles used to be so thick at school, at the principal office. You said your family got you food. Bless family, huh? He doing good, girl. He better. He's better, honey. He was with me today. He doing much better. I could tell, when they start by playing and getting in and stuff, they be feeling better then. But yeah, he's doing good. I think he coming out with a fresh cold. Now my granddaughter, they had to get her from school yesterday. She talking about she caught it from the baby. But the way she been carrying on today, she could have went to school today. But but everybody good. How's your family? How's everything now your way? But yeah, today is Throwback Thursday. I like to go back down memory lane. Uh, and do you remember like when your grandparent, either your mama or your auntie, try to whoop you? You know they finna get ready to whoop you, right? But you'll take out, you take off running. You take out running before they pull the belt out. Because you already know what's coming. You already know a mile ahead that you finna get a whooping. But like I said, today was kind of a good day. Yeah, I try not to stress about things that's out of my control. I come on and I shared my word of the day. I come on, I smile, I keep it going. Might be some times that I don't, probably want to cry, but it's all good. It's all good. Um, I'm trying to read your thing. You said, goodness, these paddles, Lord have mercy. You said these paddles, the roof, girl. Tell me about it. I was talking about my first grade teacher. She used to take the paddle, right? She used to bend our head back like this, right? She used to bend our head and get that ruler and get that ruler and but I tell you, I sit back and just think about my days. That's why I started doing Throwback Thursday because I'm old school and I like talking about things that I have been through, the things that I have overcome, and I share things with my children. I let them know how blessed they really are, that they ought to be lucky things are not like they used to be. You look around, you see how things have changed. You can't ride like you used to because the gas prices are high. Can't hardly buy food like you used to because the food prices are high. I mean, everything have changed. Everything have changed, and it's hard to save money now too. It's hard to save money. If you call yourself gonna put back a couple dollars, here goes somebody else gonna want to take it. So, you know, that's why we have to just do what we can do. Don't take nothing for granted. I'm gonna get me a what they call them thing. I'm gonna get me a tripod. I can be able to have my phone sitting up. I think my granddaughter got one in there. Cause where I had it sitting, it'll fall down in a minute. Um, she bit, she bit your head. That hurt. Yes, yes. I mean, she used to do like this. Used to take our head, get that ruler, honey. But you know what? Even though we got those whippings and detentions and those was our lessons. Those actually was our lesson. Sometimes our lessons turn out to be our blessings. You know what I'm saying? And the kids are so blessed. They don't get whippings now. They don't get whippings now. I think they stopped getting whippings some years ago. What if you do if your teacher would have whooped you? What if they start by spank?
Mechanic before we moved here, they said that the only thing when they would do it when y'all were acting bad
Yeah, they used to whoop us. They used to whoop my baby. Yeah, that's what we talking about now.
What did they whoop y'all with? How for that what it called?
A paddle,
Yeah.
a ruler, and a paddle. They used to take my hand. You see how I grab my hand here?
And
And
then
boop, 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 boop. I know you glad they don't do that now. What time it is? You need to take a bath. What time it is? What time it is? About 8. Yeah, you need to get ready to take a bath probably by 8 o'clock. She said her teacher told them that how they used to do back in the day. And I told them, I said, y'all lucky. Y'all are lucky. Hey, are you new? Welcome. Welcome to my channel. We're talking about how we used to get those spanking. And do y'all think they need to bring spanking back to the school? Do y'all think that they need to start by spanking the kids? Definitely anybody that got kids in school. How do y'all feel about that if they were to bring spanking back in school? You know, if they were to do that now, the way how these kids is, the way how these kids is now, they ain't gonna be able to do it. These kids now, this generation now is terrible. You try to hit a child now. Ooh, you try to hit a child, they gonna think you did the worst thing to them. Hey Joshua, how are you doing? You say you miss me? I'm okay. Yesterday my jaw was a little swole, but it went down a whole lot. I still got to get those teeth out next week. I also have my stress test coming up. I got a lot of things going on right now. That's why I'm not trying to be stressed. I want to be stress free. I want to just get my tests over with, get what needs to be done. Hey Frank, how you doing? Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you. You try to whoop a child that, but you got to take control. You got to be the one to let them know, look, I'm the parent. You doing good? That's great. Do y'all remember getting spankings in class? That's what we're talking about today. Do y'all remember getting those paddles, the rulers? And do y'all remember getting spanked with switches? How many of y'all remember those switches? When your mom used to take those switches and twist them up together. Boy, I tell you. Especially if my mom that heard that we been acting up in school, right? She already had the switches waiting on us. What Frank said? Let's see. Never in school, for real? They used to do it in school, but they stopped. They stopped from spanking the kids. They stopped from spanking the kids now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So do y'all think that they should bring that back? Do y'all think they should bring back the whipping, the root, D kid now, they'll jump on those kids. They'll jump on those teachers. They'll jump on those teachers. Let me see. These kids, these kids would fight back. We couldn't even talk back. Absolutely. That is so. I'm doing good. I got a rematch with my friend coming up real soon. You be safe, Joshua. Be safe. But yeah, honey, you try to whoop these children now, shoot. And don't be in a grocery store somewhere now. Don't be in a grocery store and but that's one thing I tell my kids. They act up in the grocery store. I'ma act up. You see what I'm saying? Cause you don't want your children embarrassing you. You know what I'm saying? You don't want them embarrassing you in public. That's why when you know you going out of town, you know how your kids is. Talk to them before they get in the car with you. Talk to them before they get out there in the stores or somewhere. Cause some kid will try to embarrass you if you let them. Put it that way. I tell you. But yeah, I was still whooping my children. My daughter's 35, right? My son is 27. And back then I was still used to get the belt on them and stuff like that. Uh, I think when it was little, I used to get like the little switches. But yeah, my mom now they didn't want to have the switches. And I even heard now my mom ain't never whooped me with no stenching card. But they said some people were whooping children with stenching cards. You know the stenching cards? I'll probably go back in the other room because hold up. I didn't want to hear that wash machine going. It's like it just stopped now. Hold on, y'all. But whew, Jesus. Oh, see. Oh, I'm back. Yeah, that wash machine was gone, and I didn't really. Y'all see my face just a little bit swollen. I took, ooh, girl, let me tell y'all, I slept so good last night. I slept so good last night. Those antibiotics really did the trick. They really did. I gotta take them for 21 days, and I'm gonna get this tea pulled next weekend. So next weekend I'm gonna be my mouth gonna be probably sealed. So I probably be putting out some videos next weekend or whenever I can. Cause my mouth be so I'm not coming live. I got like 3 or 4 appointments coming up for my dental work, and I gotta get my stress test next Tuesday. The lady just called me to my don't eat nothing after 12 o'clock. So I got some stuff I got to personal and concerning my health. But yeah, you said these kids will fight a teacher these days. Woo! Yes, Lord, they will fight them. Kids will fight the teacher. Absolutely. Frank, did you get whippings when you was little, Frank? Did your mom used to say, go out there and get that switch, Frank? And my mama there used to have this. They got so many limbs off the tree. They had this tree, a big tree sitting out in the yard, right? And the folk come down our house about, we could tell some people been getting some whipping in this house. That tree was by shed, the leaves. And you know what? I try to do stuff on my channel to laugh, smile. It's not good to be depressed. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm going through some stuff, but I still find ways to be happy. I still find ways to try to uplift myself along with others. And I find myself doing Throwback Thursday, and it seemed like it bring laughter, and it make you think about your childhood. It really I try to have it where you can sit back and say, I went through this when I was little. And look at me now. Look at me now. This is just like part of it's entertainment. It's really entertainment. But I didn't get it more than my cousins. Okay, I bet you must have was you must have was a spoiled boy. I bet you was spoiled, Frank. A lot of people thought I was spoiled because was brought up with 5 brothers, right? But I wasn't spoiled. I was the only girl, but I wasn't spoiled. My mom, look, By me being the only girl, I still got my share. I still got my share of whoopings. You know what I'm saying? I still got my share. Like I said, this is one of my designs for my store. I made this is my own brand right here. I made this is my first brand I made when I first opened my shop. Every woman confident. And that's what I am. I try to stay confident in what I do. You know, have good days and have bad days, but hey, it's all good. It's all good. What Mona said, right, true. A lot of the generation will fight like they know better. Exactly. And like I was saying one time before, the parents, they get involved just like the children. You know, like when children, like for instance, like, you know, let me tell you back in my hometown, especially during the summertime. When one person used to get into it, they go get their grandma, their mama, their auntie. They go get the whole clan. And you can see how one family try to jump on one person. Because I'm telling you now, in these small towns like where I live in, these people stick together. They stick together. They like, cause it used to be where one town was against another town. It used to be bad in our area. They had these little gangs, um, group of boys would jump on other boys because one of my brothers got beat up like that. One of my brothers was going to the store. I have five brothers, of course, but one of my brothers was going to the store and a gang of boys jumped on my brother. It was so bad back in there. Woo, you know, when all them gangs where they was wearing no head rags and stuff like that. Hey, Tamika, how you doing? We over here talking about those spanking girl. You remember getting spanking as a child? Did your mom used to pull out that, what they call them switches? Mulberry switches. Did your mom used to pull out them mulberry switches? Those switches where they used to uh take them and twist them up. And then the switches used to have knots on them. Y'all remember that? Them little things used to hurt y'all. But like I was saying, it had got so bad where I think that's why they stopped children. You know, they had something to say about children getting whipped because some people had started whipping their children with stenching calls, anything they that. To me, stenching call is abuse. I mean, y'all know what a stenching call look like, right? You know, a stenching call, right? This is just my computer stenching call. But you know what I'm talking about, like the cord. You know, like the cord from the extension cord. They used to whoop kids with that. That one thing I never did. Now I will get the switches or maybe a ruler. I never used a ruler either, but I know the teachers use rulers and paddles. I never would hit my child with a extension cord. No way. No way I would have let that happen. Um, Mona said, you know it. Hello. You know it. Our principal would ring mom. She ring my auntie and neighbors and would come out the house when we got home. Yes, honey. Let a fight break out in the neighborhood. You'll see everybody, their mama, their grandma, their auntie, all of them. I be like, Lord have mercy. I know I used to see it in my hometown all the time. Because family, that's why I said family might have their issues, family might have their problems, but when it come down to family, they won't let nobody else mess with you. You know, you might have those family members would mess with you or pick at you, but when it come down to sticking together, families stick together. That's why I was talking about family the other day. You'll see all the kinfolk coming out the woods. You'll see them all coming out. Let a fight break out. You'll be like, oh, hey, cuz, what's going on? Where you been? Oh, Lordy. With they wanted me to judge them a long time ago, and I told them I'm good. Talking about the game, ooh, it was so terrible, Frank. They'll walk around with a little red hat. Back then, I think the color was red and some other color, red, black. Because when those boys jumped on my brother, it was some white. It was a white couple, exercising that night, and they was the reason they stopped those boys from killing my brother. They left my brother for dead. I'm gonna get emotional, but they beat him so bad he was in a coma for a few days. And right now today, my brother is still not the same. He's traumatized. He like he see those boys still today, and only thing the people that saw the fight, they just said it was a gang of boys, a gang of black boys. They really couldn't pinpoint or who they was, but it was so terrible back then. And a lot of people knew those boys had jumped on my brother, but they were scared. They were scared to be eyewitnesses because since it was gang related, they were scared to report it because they thought those guys was gonna, you know, do something to them or their family. So, but you know what, y'all? Even though I think I had shared this before, even though we did not get those boys for beating us up, beat my brother up. That's why I said sometimes when people feel like they be getting away with mistreating people or doing things like that, God have ways of getting you back. Sometimes he don't have to get you. He'll go through your family. He'll go through somebody you love to let you know, look, this is not right. You see what I'm saying? And so we couldn't just get those boys arrested for what they did to my brother, but they was gotten. You know what I'm saying? They end up going to prison for robbery. The same people that tried to rob my brother and beat him up, they went to that store and robbed the store. And these days you go to prison for a lot of years for stealing. They send you to prison for a long time. So, like I told my mom, my brothers, I said, God know he was watching over my brother. He was with my brother every step of the way. He stayed in a coma for about 3 or 4 days. And right now today, y'all, my brother is still traumatized. We'll see him sometime out in the yard doing this right here. He be fighting because the neurologists say that he still see those boys. And he be telling us, he tell us that he know who did it, but I had got the GBIs involved, the NACP. I was getting people involved because that game needed to stop. It needed to stop, after they did it to my brother. And it was like cause I was still playing softball. I was then when I had my good hip then, y'all. I was a little younger then. Uh, cause I remember I think I had a game that day or something, but I didn't go. And they had said your brother got beat up, and it was some young guys, some young school guys. You know what I'm saying? And it's just terrible what how people do others. You say extension cord or abuse. I agree. Close fist, yeah. Some people, and some kids. That's why they changed a lot of things because people had stopped whooping their kids like how we got whooped. They started fighting them. They started abusing them, and that's why you know they changed the laws on some of that. So I'm just reading y'all. They okay. I read that. Okay, y'all don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Okay. We just going down memory lane talking about the spanking. So, do y'all think they should bring it back in school? Um, I don't think they should, but if they were to do it where, you know, in other words, they should have a system set up where if they Let spanking be like the last option. Like they can do like suspension. Um, they might can do detention, and maybe let spanking be the last option. But try to give the kids a chance to straighten up. And if they went through those first two chances, yes, maybe give them a spanking. But they don't even do that nowadays. Send them home. They kick them out for the school year. They're not able to come back at all once they fight and stuff like that. Yeah, it was terrible, girl. It was terrible to see my brother. And right now today, y'all, my brother still got a blood clot on his head from them kicking him in his head, beating him. I don't want to get emotional, but um, they kicked him, they beat him, and they left a blood clot on his head, and the doctor said they didn't want to remove it. They didn't mess with it. And see, right now today, my brother have to be real careful, And sometimes he'll still like walk to the stores and stuff like that, but we be so scared. I don't even be wanting him to go nowhere because we know how it messed him up. It messed him up where he can't really remember people and stuff like that. I mean, they put a number on my brother. They really did. But I thank God that he's still here with me. Yeah, yeah. He was left like a baby, y'all. After they beat him up real bad, cause they told us that we was gonna have to take care of him because it did something to his brain. The way they put a number on him. I don't want to get it cried over here, but they did a number. That been like 7, 8 years ago. But he be doing like this. He be out in the yard, and I be saying he see those boys. He see those boys. That's why I said people can be traumatized through stuff like that. Yeah, prayer. I need to go back in school. It really does. Either prayer or either they can do like a um have a class for Bible study. Maybe. And then before they enter on, like when they get ready to get on the bus, I would suggest they do a prayer right before they take off. Like when they come get the kids, I would suggest maybe the bus driver would say a good prayer because we have to pray for those bus drivers too, y'all. The bus drivers, the teachers, the principals, everybody that is tending to them school because it's all their lives. It's just not only the children. It's the teachers, the principals, the cooks, everybody. Um, Education is not much important these days. Some kids love to stay. Look, my little grandbaby didn't go today. They called me yesterday. I said she wasn't feeling good. And I'm like, y'all saw me when I rubbed her down with some Vicks. That girl, she jumped around so much today. Are you going to school tomorrow? You going to school tomorrow? I told her. She got a little cold, but she could have went to school today. She could have went to school. I said, you too little not want to go to school. Talk about she don't like school, ain't but 6 years old. But she going tomorrow. These children don't be want. When they be out for the summer, and look, when no kids were out for that COVID, y'all, it messed them up. I'm trying to get this brace right on my leg. When those kids were out for that COVID, you remember when the COVID first hit, and nobody couldn't go nowhere. Everybody was in the house, the children, nobody could work. It was a mess. You hear me? It was a mess. But I thank God that things are not like they used to be with that COVID. But it's still out there, y'all. It's still out there. Emmy, the little girl, Nope. The little girl named Nope. Her name Emmy, right? The one that I was helping out. She came in my chat yesterday and told me she just getting over the COVID. So yeah, everybody be precautions. Wash your hand. Take your mask with you. You know, you never know. I have my mask because since my jaw and stuff, it didn't went down some. It was bigger than this a couple of days ago, but it's still like you probably can see it right there. That teeth got to come out. Um, I went on and ran about education system. You did. I gotta check that out. I gotta check that out. It's terrible. It's terrible. And see, the school that my children used to go to, they said they was going all year long. Them children weren't going on all year long. But every time I look around, they out of school. I thought y'all go all year long. It seemed like to me they was out more than what they supposed to be out. But they at new schools now. Yeah, she's done good. She was in here last night. Huh, and yeah, it ain't like it was cause I started taking no antibiotics. I rest so good last night. But it's y'all can see where you probably can see it better. See where it's swole at? Right up in there. But Monday was real so. But today it ain't that bad. I gotta take some antibiotics. I get my teeth pulled. Hey Sassy, how you doing? Good to see you. We just over here talking about spanking, how we used to get those spankings when we was little, and how the teachers and principals used to whoop us. And I was just asking, do y'all think they need to bring spanking back in school? And you know the way these children are now. These children ain't gonna let you put your hands on them. You try to spank these kids now in school, they'll beat you up. these children, these days, I tell you, this generation now ain't like us. They ain't like how we was. You know, we used to have to sit there and get that. Look, we used to sit there. That teacher used to, my teacher used to bit our hair like this, y'all. Then she get that ruler. Honey, I said, Miss Thornton and Flame. I had two of the meanest teachers, but they were some sweet ladies, but they were just so mean. They didn't play. They didn't play. They got that ruler out. And I thought that hey Lucy, how you doing? Uh-huh. Good to see you. We were talking about spanking. Y'all remember getting whippings when y'all was little, Lucy and Sassy? Do y'all remember if y'all grew up in the area where they had switches and paddles and rulers? I was just talking about my mom. you know, my mom used to hear about my brothers. My brother used to, oof, they used to be in this stuff at school all the time. And my mom used to have that switch way down there. She already had them twist up one. They had a special tree. They had a tree where they go and they get the switches. As soon as you get off that bus, that's why you know if you didn't got in trouble. You better well get prepared to get that whipping call. You know if you get in trouble, they already call your mama. They already call home and said, look, we had to do such and such to your son or daughter because they was interrupting the class or they was doing this. They gonna call them parents or they gonna call your guardian or somebody. But your parents gonna already know. You think you gonna get away with it soon as you get out that bus. You better just get prepared. And I can remember we was in school and some of the kids already knew they were gonna get a whipping. Those kids were wearing 2 pair of pants to school. Cause they already knew the principal was gonna get them the next day. You know how you being did something at school? They said, you going to the office tomorrow. Some of those kids be padded down. Some of the boys in my class were padded down. They were like, my principal name is Well. Mr. Well. That man there played. The paddle was about this thick right here. The paddle was like this, y'all. And it had that handle on it. They used to make those in the you know, the room where they used to do the construction and whatever, construction class. He used to have them to make him a paddle. I tell you, but they don't do that now, y'all. These kids, they ain't playing that now. You can't whoop nobody else's children. You put your hand on somebody's children, I guarantee you gonna see a family reunion. You gonna see the mom, the dad, the aunties, the brothers, you might even see the grandma coming out there. Shoot. That's why I say, if my children or grandchildren do something wrong, we don't supposed to help hold them up for that wrong. If they do something wrong with another child, this, you know, get all of them. Don't just pick on one set of kids. KJ, how you feel about my grandson? How you feel about it? They start whipping y'all in class. How you feel? How would you feel if your teacher said, we finna start by spanking y'all? What you'll do? You'll be happy. Oh, you won't be happy. Okay. Let me just read it, making sure I ain't, oh, look. It seems to be kids on holiday. Yes. They just went back to school, right? They'll be out again, what, Labor Day? Yeah. I think Labor Day coming up. Frank said they would fight you and they would laugh in your face. Most certainly. But yeah, like I said, I used to, especially when my son was in school, Lord have mercy, that boy used to be a clown. I used to have to go to the school, and you know, back then they had started putting the cameras in the hallway and stuff like that. So he couldn't tell me he wasn't doing it because they already got him on video. My son used to be acting like a clown, y'all. They called me. I was at work. I used to be at work. I was like 40 some miles from the school. They used to call me. You know, they either call me on my cell phone, leave a message. If they can't get me, they used to call to my job, HR. And then they'll say, you got a phone call from the school. I already knew it, my son. I already knew it with him. When he was in the fifth or sixth grade, yeah, fifth grade, he just was being a clown. Just being a clown. He over there telling the children he the chicken king. Over there acting like a chicken, y'all. And he couldn't tell me he didn't do it because they showed me on camera. He in the hallway just acting up, just acting up. And that was during the time they had to stop the spanking then. So they called me to the school to let me know that he was going to get suspended. And I told him, I said, boy, if you don't stop. He got home, he got in trouble. Look, they didn't spank him at school, but we got him when he got home. But look, we don't send you to school to act like that. You know, when you go to school, you had old class clown. My son was one of them, I'm telling you. He used to have the children laughing and acting up in the hallway, and them teachers got tired of that. We finna call your mom. We finna call your mom, and we finna see what they gonna do. So, you know, I think they had them they were sending him home for a day or something like that. You know you don't act like that at school. You know, a lot of kids, they do stuff like that to fit in with other kids. You know, that's part of their thing. You know, that's part of them being in school. They try to be with the crowd and stuff like that. And then I think I went to school for my daughter one time. But my kids, they wasn't bad in school. They just did something maybe once or twice. I went out for my daughter. She wanted to act up. She had just became Miss 8th grade. Yeah, she was Miss 8th grade. And her teacher was like, now she know better. She's a queen now. She don't need to be acting like that. And they called me out there because I was closer to the school than my husband. Because my husband used to work way out from the school. So I was the closest parent. I was the closest one to get to the school. And I'm so tired of coming out here to the school for y'all. They should have started by spanking y'all. Because now they won't spank them. They'll call the parent to come pick them up, or they'll suspend them. But my daughter, she got in trouble because she was with some girls running their mouth and this and that, whatever, and had to get on her. I said, girl, you know better. Y'all know better. Y'all can't be, even though kids be trying those teachers. They know they're supposed to be talking in class. They know they're supposed to be bringing candy and all this stuff. But you know, we all have been there. We have done it too. But they have their rules. They does have their rules. They scared these. I know it. I told you an incident happened at my granddaughter's school before they moved. They jumped on the security guard and the police. They trying to stop the fight. The security guard and the police. They got on tape where the police had to pull his stick out. And they were talking about the police were hitting the kids, but he was just trying to get them away. You know, like he wasn't hitting them, but he had the stick. They jumped on that police. So how you go at? You go to school tomorrow now. How you feeling? How are you feeling?
Good. You don't take your phone. I did this.
That computer box, it gonna probably go dead. You feeling okay? Don't drop that computer now. What time it is? What time it is? Oh, it ain't gonna be time you take a bath. You gotta get it in the morning, girl.
It's 1:30.
No, it ain't no 1:30. Ask y'all what time it is.
Okay.
You gotta get it in the morning time. You gotta get it. You ain't staying here with me tomorrow. You okay? I'm gonna put some old big sass on you. She talking about that stuff was spicy. She was trying to say. She was trying to say it was burning. But you ain't surprised, I know. You can see the look in the Lord have mercy. The police officer they got, he ain't no taller than the children. Them children, I don't be to laugh, y'all. I can laugh better than they cause yesterday was sore up there. It's what time it is, KJ? Cause y'all need to take a bath at least by 8 o'clock. What time it is? 7:07. 8 o'clock. Get in the bathroom. And I'm gonna rub you down with some more big sass. And you gotta get up on the cover.
Why?
For you could be ready to go to school in the morning.
Mama.
No more free day tomorrow. School day tomorrow.
No, I already can.
Tomorrow Friday. You ain't gotta go Saturday. Suspension for acting up. I got suspended for getting in a water fight. What? I tried to pretend to the teacher I had. Girl. Oh my God. Oh, Mona, where's you bad, girl? I tried to, she said I tried to pretend. Let's see. I tried to pretend I had a bladder problem. Close it. I came to the spill. Wow.
That's the new shirt I got.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Be quiet, please.
What you trying to tell them?
I'm trying to tell her that this is the new shirt.
You want to tell them you got on a new shirt?
But my...
Better stop. Don't be up here being bad. You go.
Hi.
Tell them, hey, tell them you feel better. That big said, stop doing that, girl. You messing up my life. Go on, get back. I knew you were gonna come over here and mess up, so.
Also, what?
Ooh, you got me close up. I don't want to be that close up on the camera.
Why not?
I don't like to stay close up like that. me? I'm sorry. You can hear me now? That little granddaughter of mine over here messing with stuff. Yeah, I was just saying about I never got suspended from school, but I did have an altercation. I used to get spankings. We used to get spanking with those paddles and um, rulers. So Tamika, what do they do at your children's school? Cause I know you got some kids. Yeah, I didn't know it was on mute. That little grandchild of mine was over here messing with my thing. So is it like that all over the world now? No kids getting spankings at school? Is it still some schools getting? That's why I was intending to look up. That girl got my computer. Let me see. So is it any schools? Is it any schools still allow spanking in the United States? I think all the schools have stopped, y'all. I think all of them have stopped. It. See. First thing the kids say, you abusing me. See, they try to take advantage of that, y'all. They try to take advantage. Let me see what year they stopped. What year? Y'all doing all right today? Everybody doing okay? What year they stop spanking uh in school? Let's see. Okay. They say it's illegal. Um they said corporal punishment in school has been banned in many states in the United States as of 2024. It prohibits public schools in 33 states and District of Columbia. However, the practice is still legal through sometimes restricted in seven. There are still some states still whoop. I'm tell y'all the states that do still spanking, but majority of the United States don't spank the kids. Wow. There's a however, in Europe, corporal punishment is no longer legal. In most countries except Belarus, Vatican City, it's like these countries. Some countries are still doing it, but in the United States, they banned it. They banned it. Wow. I don't. I'm trying to see what year did they ban the spanking. Let me see. Because I know they was still doing it. They was still doing it when I was in school. I've been in school in 1987. You know, I'm an old cat. You know what I'm saying? I'm an old cat. Yeah, they said they banned it in the United States. I'm reading now where they say, uh, oh, your son haven't started yet. What do they do for them? Do they suspend them or they call the parents? I'm sure they call you or whoever when they does do things like that. They said corporal punishment in schools still legal. Now in some states it's still legal. In many states. May 20th of 2024 during 2017 and 18 school year, roughly 69,000 students, wow, received corporal punishment down from 107,000 in 2013. The most recent number available, about 20,000 students in 2020-21, is much lower because in-person instruction and data reporting. Wow. See, it's not in the United States. It's in other parts of the country. Wow. And it was on CNN. Banned spanking in our school. They did this. The use of cocaine legal in many states, but should be banned by law. They saying all schools should ban spanking. Like I said, cause like when those kids being daycare and stuff like that. Y'all know how they treat some kids, and then you can see how they treat the peoples in the nursing home too. You see how they treat people, those elderly people too. But they don't do that. They just kick them out of school for a few days. Yeah, okay. Spare the rod, spoil the child, and call their parents sometimes. Yeah, that's what they, because they had so many, from reading here, they had so many cases of people reporting that people are abusing their kids at school, even down to the daycare. Mm. They say, should your child be spanked at school? Um, Hold up. Yeah, they stopped that. Huh? They should have stopped it when I was in school. I got ooh child. Especially when we used to get spankings, like, in other words, if you be with a group of people, right? For instance, if it's 4 or 5 girls get in trouble, you in that group, you know, one might not tell on the earth about who did what. So that means you gonna get a whipping too, because you know the girls sticking together. And so they like, well, we gonna get all y'all. So somebody tell us what really happened out there in that gym, put it like that. Our principal, he wasn't mean, but ooh, he loved to pull that powder out. I tell you, he loved to pull that powder out. But this is Throwback Thursday, and we just talking about spanking and how we were spanked when we were young and how we're doing. Using social media as education these days. Some kids, yeah. Like, oh, the little girl gonna be in my chat. I told her another night. I said, I know they still in middle school, and they come in my chat, and I told them, I said, y'all be careful being on social media. To be young as y'all is, 12 and 13 years old, it's a lot of stuff children don't need to know on social media. It's a group of stuff that they should stay away from. That's why I say you have to monitor your kids' phones and make sure that they're not on channels. Because y'all know what I'm saying. There are some channels out here are inappropriate for our young ones. But I try to have my channel as clean as possible, because y'all see my grandkids, they'll pop on here in a minute, you know what I'm saying? And I try to be mindful about what I say or what I let people say on my channel, because I don't want to have that kind of channel. I want to set examples. I want to, when it come down to adult talking, we'll have, if I decide if I want to do adult talk, I do it at an appropriate time. Like I be coming on live in the evening time. Y'all see my grandkids be everywhere. And so I have to set example for them. Just in case they does look at my chat, or, that's just me. But I was just reading this right here. Um that's why I stick with what I talk about. Wellness, when it comes out of our mind, body, and soul. I do a little meal prep. I do like entertainment, like I'm doing now. I don't I don't try to start no drama over here with nobody. I just want to put my content out, connect with people, and have fun, and go on about my business. That's the only thing I want to do. Just keep it positive and keep it rolling. Yeah. Okay, this right here. It's a mom. Hold on, let me read this right here. Okay. They said March 16, 2012. It was the most controversial methods of child discipline, but spanking in school. So I'm thinking they stopped this in the 2012, something like that. Usually with a wooden or fiberglass panel. Yeah. Ooh. Those were some thick paddles, y'all. I be like, what they made them thing out of? Cause I remember Mr. Weld, them paddles thick. Um, Usually they wooden or fiberglass paddle. Let y'all read. I'm reading. Social media does not help when you go in the real world when you need to get a job. That's true. It's not helpful. Um, yeah, this was. I guess they started banning it in 2012, and this is for educational entertainment purposes only. Uh, you with a wooden or fiberglass paddle. It's still allowed by, it's still 19 states still doing it, y'all. It's still 19 states still use paddle. But our state, they got the states right here. I'm gonna call the states out. The practice mode prevailing in Midwest and South, according to a report from Juvenile Information Exchange, more than 28,500 students in Georgia were spanked in 2008, mostly in rural counties. The number is much smaller in Florida, around 3,000, 6,000 last year. Wow, they were whipping up people in Georgia. Wow. Oh my God. But that's where the issue is getting new attention. Now, Florida, they said it was only like 3,000. Ooh, Georgia, they was whipping up some kids in Georgia, y'all. For the second year in a row, NRP reported a Florida lawmaker is trying to ban corporal punishment in schools. Their last year, the measure never made it to the floor of the full vote. See, stuff like this have to go through the school board, the Congress. They can go through Congress. I think the Congress has stuff to do with it, but they have to put it where they get banned, or they won't do it. I'm trying to read what somebody sued them. They said opponents of the ban say spanking is a matter of tradition and good old fashioned discipline. That's what I growed up with. Spanking. That's what it was, y'all. If you in my area, or I would say 60s, 70s up until 2012, I think that's when they stopped. That's when they banned it. It's opponents of the ban spanking. It's a matter of tradition, good old fashioned discipline. But at least one Florida mom is suing to stop the practice. Tanika Jones say the principal at Joyce Bullock Elementary School in Levi County patted her 5-year-old so severely last April that he cried for hours, triggering an asthma attack. Wow. See, this why they had to stop, because some of those teachers were whooping these kids so bad. They whooped this child so bad where it caused him to have an asthma attack. So this is an old article right here. I'm sure they probably got paid by now, which in turn required a trip to the emergency room. What? Now that was abuse there, y'all. That was abuse. This mother here sued these folks in Florida because they whooped the little child so bad the little child cried for hours, and they was having asthma attack. Wow, that's awful there, y'all. I see why they suing. It didn't say what color they was, but those numbers are very high in Georgia. Woo. They said the boy was spanked for rough housing with another student on a school bus. Jones said her son had whelps on his butt top, missed a week of school, and still has nightmares about the incident. What? Wow. The little boy was 5 years old. And you know how kids be on the school buses? You know how they do. Some of them don't want to sit down, but you know. Because my little grandson, I don't know what happened the other day, but they said they was going to suspend my grandson. I told him he better start paying attention. I know what he be doing. He be on that phone. I told you better get off that phone for them folks. Mess around and pass your stop. and he got up, and he don't supposed to do that. You don't supposed to be moving when that bus be driving. And I told him, I said, you better start paying attention. These folks gonna pass right on by your house and take you somewhere. That phone be, my grandson, he be out. I said, boy, you don't put that phone up when you get off that bus till you get off that bus. Pay attention and see what's going on. Okay, they said that's child abuse to me. The 32-year-old told reporters, wow. Now that's what you call child abuse. They beat the child so bad. He had whelps on him. I'm trying to slide this up. See, that's why they was bad, and that's why they banned spanking, because a 5-year-old shouldn't have been beat like that. They said they were horsing around on the bus. I'm sure they probably was. Some kids know they supposed to be sitting down, but they'll jump from seat to seat, which is dangerous. Let's see. I'm trying to finish reading. Yep. I told my grandma, you don't pay attention to what's going on, and put that phone down till you get off that bus. Okay? That was child abuse. If they don't want us to hit our kids, okay, this is what this lady's saying. She's suing these folks from Florida. It's a law saying they don't want the parents to whoop the children. So why would they let a teacher whoop them? That's what they saying. They said they don't want us to hit our kids. They shouldn't either. Principal Jamie Hanlon declined to comment, citing the ongoing legislation, but she did tell the Wisdom Pioneer newspaper that nothing was violated. Why wasn't? Why nothing wasn't violated? Y'all see that? Them people crazy. You whooped my 5-year-old child. He couldn't go to school for a whole week. And so they don't think that was wrong. I'm gonna have to follow up on this, because this an old article. I wondered if she get any money out for it, because the mom sued them. They said, we are not allowed to hit a prisoner. We do not hit the military. Senator said, why do we give prisoners more protection than we give our school children? That's true. I believe they do be hitting on prison. I believe them police officers do be hitting on prison. They say they don't supposed to, but if you watch those movies, you see how those police officers be doing these people in jail now. I believe they be hitting them now. Okay. That's right. How can you tell somebody how to raise their child? This right here was in Florida, Frank, and they saying they didn't see where the school violated the child. Even if parents do not agree with corporal punishment, there's a little they can do. If a school district permits it, to guarantee that children will not be hit by an administrator, if she or he behaves, Signet says her group suggests that parents who want to opt out of their type of discipline should send a letter to the principal and school administration. That's when they start having you to fill out papers. They'll ask you, do you want your child to be disciplined? When they were sending those home for my children, after they stopped, I just told them no. Because my kid was getting big. They probably would have saying my kid would do it, but these children ain't finna let nobody touch them. Okay, they said to guarantee that the child will not be hit by administrative if she or he behaves. Senate says her group suggests that parents send letters if they don't want their children to get disciplined. And their concern is to put it in their record. And that's what they do. That's what they used to do. So now they don't even bother about having the parents to sign them. Cuz, get out before I spank you. You eat at school. Get out before you get a whooping. Go bring me that belt. Somebody finna get a whooping, guy. Don't call the police on me, good. That little child, she going to school tomorrow. I'm for real. So my daughter, girl, all right. She had a little sniffle yesterday. They sent her home. They first thing they children get a little fever, get a little sniffle. They think they got COVID or something. Um, you gotta go back to work. Much love, everyone. Bye, chat. All right, I enjoyed you as always. I'm gonna wrap this up in a minute. I'm just gonna call out the states that are still allowing spanking. This article here is old, but these are the states that are still allowed spanking. They said she also recommended reviewing the school district disciplinary policies and voicing any concern at parent teacher conference or school board meetings before a child ever hit. And that's what I'm saying. You can go to the school board if you think a teacher or someone has did something to your child. So these are the states right here. Okay, these are the states that allow spanking. What? Yeah, because they probably don't do it now. Like this is an old article. This is like 2013 or whatever. But I think now they have banned it from Georgia. I'm not sure. Like they got these states still allowed spanking: Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky. Let me see what else they said. I went up too far then. Okay. Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, North Carolina, Oklahoma, South Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Wyoming. This was an old article in 2013, so they might be already done banned all these states because they was sending papers home whether you want to agree to stop them from spanking. So that's what we was talking about today. Should we allow our kids to get spankings at school? Not if they are getting abused. We see that some people have heavy hands. A little 5-year-old or a little 3-year-old, they don't need to be spanked with no paddle. You know, if they like now, if kids do something now, they are sending them home. In a way, I'm glad they did, but sometimes you have to be able to discipline your kids. You know, you don't want them going to school being bad. You don't want them being out in public being bad. So I know parents are still disciplining their children. You got to let them know that they gotta respect you no matter where they at, who they with. You just gotta have those kids to respect you. You know, a lot of people don't like to spank their kids in public. And then again, some people do spank their children in public. Cause if you act up, this what my mama used to say. Wherever you act up at, that's where you gonna get that spanking at. You know, that's what a lot of parents like now do that. You know, especially when they be in these grocery stores and stuff like that, honey. Some of them have these little tantrums when they can't have their way. And then you try to spank them, the first thing they gonna say, I'm gonna call the police on you. I'm gonna call the police. Children love to holler out. I'm gonna call the law. And that's the worst thing they could have ever had done. Have these kids that think they got that upper hand because they'll feel like you can't discipline them, whoop them, and do things. If you can't whoop your children, if you got them phones, iPads, computers, jewelry, bicycles, cars, anything like that, take some of the things that you know they like from them. If you don't believe in whipping, or if you want to show them, look, we're not going to tolerate this. We're not going to have these type of things going on at school. I tell my grandkids in a minute, y'all act up, I'm going to get that phone from you. And they know it too. They know I get that phone in a minute. And I keep it. And then I tell my daughter, I said, look, they acting up. I got that phone. They don't want nobody to get them phone now. And, you know, that's what we have to do if you don't want to whoop your kids, or you got to find ways for they to respect you. You know what I'm saying? Find ways for you to be, you can get that respect from your children, because you know when you was kids, Your mom taught you to respect them and taught you how to act in public. And then when they go to church, I don't know why they act up in church. My grandma used to give us that eye. We be sitting up in church. You know when you get up, you supposed to put that finger up, right? You know how some children, they be up at that. Some children, especially when they know water or something to drink out there in the back. Some I'm going to get me some water. I'm going to the bathroom. This, and my grandma used to give that look. Said, look, y'all wait till y'all get home. Wait till you get home and get some water. Wait till you get home and get something to drink. Hey, over Fifth and Fabulous, how's up? What you doing, girl? And congrats on your monetization. I see you, lady. You doing it up. I'm just talking about spanking. Do you remember getting spanking in class? Or do you believe, do you think they should bring spanking back to the classroom? Do you remember getting whipped with a switch? What your mom used to whip you with, sis? What your mom used to whip you with? Did you used to get whippings? And we were just talking about the way how things are now. Kids are not letting people spank them or whoop them. These children fighting. They are fighting back. You hear me? But if you don't discipline your kids, if you don't let them know who's boss, they're going to try to take over and run you and think they the parent. You got to know when it's time. You said I was talking about, you was? Yeah, stuff like this, you got to know what is draw the line when it comes to our children. Some people feel like because you hang with them or with my mom, like me and my kids, we are close. But they know I'm mom. They know I'm mom. I could be a mom and a friend, but when it comes down to being a mom, I'm a mom. You see what I'm saying? They know what to draw the line. You see what I'm saying? They know what to draw the line with me and my husband. We can be friends, we can have fun, but when it comes down to our parenting, we let them know who boss. Even though I got grown kids, my daughter 35, my son 27, I let them know up quick. We still the boss. We still the boss. And the old grandkids, y'all see how my grandkids is. Hey, what time is it? Time for y'all to start taking baths. It's time for y'all to start getting in the tub. Time for y'all to get in the tub. They be so sleepy in the morning, y'all. Hey, fix the water for Boosie. Y'all gonna fix her bath water. Let me read what she say. But you gotta discipline these kids these days. You got to. You right. That's what they need. That's what they need. Some more. These folks rather get these children a phone, a car. They rather give them material things than to let them see to earn some of these things. If you did be disrespectful, you shouldn't get these things. I tell my grandkids all the time. I got 4, 3 grand and 1 great. I tell them all the time, y'all are blessed. They walk around here with iPhone. I couldn't get no iPhone when I was coming up. I think I kept my flip phone so long. I had a flip phone, a Motorola, and some other kind of phone. What they call them phone? It's on the tip of my tongue. A BlackBerry. I kept them phones so long to my kids. I think I kept my flip phone for so long, y'all. I'm just gonna tell you. Until my kids got big enough to get some phone. Like, Mom, it's time for you to upgrade now. I still got Android now. I want to get an iPhone, but I don't. They be like, Mom, girl, go tell them to fix you some water now. Don't be hard-headed. Go get, let them fix you some water. It's time to take a bath. Go on in the bathroom. You going to school tomorrow. You had a free day today. And I'm going to rub you down for you won't be going to school talking about your throat hurt. You stay at school tomorrow, child. You just started school. She just started school last week. Called about she ain't feeling good. I'm like, Lord Jesus. Start. You spank your son and my mama spanked me. You girl. Me too. Me too. And that's what I was talking about today is just, you know, these days the kids think you abusing them. They think you abuse them when you want to pull out a belt. And like I said, some parents do abuse those kids. They pull out those extension cords. Some of them hit them with the fist and things like that. I'm sure a lot of children does get that kind of stuff going on, but that's not a way. That's not the way to. That's not the way to discipline your kids. Take away some of the things they like. Nowadays, kids, like Frank said, social media. They're all into social media. Whether they got those new PlayStations or whatever they call it, those new iPods, those the thing my granddaughter be talking about. Grandma, they're expensive, but I want me some. Yeah, iPods and all the little thing going in the ear and iPhones and whatever. And then these kids don't be want these little cheap phones. They want expensive phones. We were we were lucky. Look, back in our day, we had beepers, pagers. We was lucky. I was lucky to have that little flip phone. Then go and get that little $15 phone card. Yo, the little minis would go so quick. I try to keep I try to keep laughter. I try to stay laughing because it's not good to be around sad. Even though yes, I'm going through a lot. But I have to keep myself going. I have to keep myself up. I can't worry about social media. I can't worry about what Sue and Jack and everybody else got going on. You know, I got my own problem, and I have to laugh. You have to laugh sometimes, y'all. Laughter is good. It's good. Sometimes I laugh at my own self. I laugh at my own self sometimes. You have to laugh to keep from crying, Lord Jesus. You gotta, woo. But sometimes you do have to cry sometimes, y'all. You do have to cry sometimes. It ain't nothing wrong with crying sometimes. Sometimes it make you feel good to cry sometimes. Oh, for real. Sometimes you just have to let it out. It's not good to walk around here. Ooh. I ain't trying to preach, y'all. I ain't trying to preach. But y'all just overlook me. If I'm laughing, might be them antibiotics working on me. Cause honey, I heard yesterday, last night. I'm getting up at 2 o'clock popping pills, y'all. My jaw, y'all see it? The swelling that went down some. I gotta get that. I gotta get some dental work done. And they won't pull it until next week. I got pain here, pain there, pain there, but I cannot let it get me down, y'all. I gotta keep it going. I gotta keep it going. Got to. Uh, well, I was saying there were no cell phones, no beepers. We were coming up, and there was one. Tell me about it. One television. It was in the living room, and look, I was black and white. I remember my mama had one TV, five brothers now, and me. They all wanted to watch wrestling. I'm like, every Monday night, wrestling. I used to be want to watch the Cosby Show and Facts of Life and the girly stuff. They want to watch football. So we just like, we had only one TV, right? We'll take turns. Like my brothers will have Monday night. And I think the Cosby show used to come on like on a Thursday. And it was another show I used to love to watch. Beverly Hills, whatever that channel was. It was like I used to like to watch stuff like that. My brother, they wasn't studying that stuff. If it wasn't football or wrestling, they wasn't studying that. That's why I said we had a black and white TV, girl. When we was able to get a color TV, we thought we had to hit a gold mine then. That's why I said children are so blessed now. They don't realize how blessed they really are. I tell my grandkids daily, y'all are blessed. That food y'all don't be want to eat, somebody's lacking. Somebody's lacking that chicken, that hot dog, stuff like that. You look out across the world, some of these kids ain't got nothing. That's why I tell my grandkids, be grateful, be thankful. Be thankful for what your parents and grandparents is able to do. Because now children are able to move ahead better than what we was, because now they got technology, they got things can help them with education. They got called everything now, y'all. It seems like it being gonna be computerized. Oh, for real. Cars, everything. Everything gonna be working by computer. Now it just seemed like I was just listening to my daughter, the thing she got on her door. Every time that door open, it's about the door open. It just speak. You can't go touch that door. It's gonna let you know somebody at that front door is talking. And I be forgetting that thing, be the security be on. I'm like, sometimes I be wondering, will that thing please shut up? But no, it's just like she got it like that because she got kids. And now you get these computers secured to where you can see who coming to your door. And you gotta have that kind of stuff down. Especially when it comes down to your children. You gotta want to make them safe as possible. And that little thing just be going out. The windows, you can have stuff on your windows called. It was so bad back in the 90s and 2000 where kids get kidnapped out their own home. And they didn't have cameras and stuff back then. My husband's cousin, she got kidnapped out her bed. Somebody came in my husband's cousin house and got the girl out her room. And her sister, I think she was in the next room or the next, traumatized from it. Just the idea back then, they didn't have security like they do now. Now you try to go to somebody's window and pull their one up. They gonna see who you is because they got those cameras out there. And she was a pretty girl too. They got her out her bed. It was back in the 90s. Yeah. Hey, but Val, good to see you. I'm just over here just talking about Throwback Thursday, talking about the ways that we was being disciplined, the way that they're disciplining kids now. And sometimes they need spankings. Sometimes those kids need spankings. I'm for real, y'all. Sometimes we have to punish those kids. We have to let them know who's in charge. But we ain't say kill them now. We ain't say kill your children. It's a way of spanking your kids and disciplining them without killing them. But there are some parents, they do try to kill them. They use their fists and stenching calls and all kind of stuff. We ain't trying to kill nobody. We just try to let them know, look, this is what we want. This is what we stand for. And teach your children about respect. Then when they go off to school, they go off to churches, they go out of town, they'll know how to act. But I tell my grandkids all the time, they be like, because I got hip and leg issues. They be like, Grandma, you ain't gonna be able to catch her. I said, don't let me fool you now. I get you some kind of way now. I get you. They respect me and they know if they do something. Y'all know how we used to do. When your grandma, y'all know how we used to do, right? Your grandma used to have the belt, right? You already know what time it is. You take out running before they even get to you. Then my granddaughter told me, Grandma, you ain't gonna be able to get me. I said, all right, don't let me fool you now. I got a good bag over here now. Don't let me fool you. But what I'm saying is, y'all, I'm about to close this out, but we do have to thank our grandparents, our moms, our aunties, even our teachers and principals for maybe some of the disciplines we did get. You know, as a young child, getting a whipping, we swear we was getting, when they spank us, yeah, it hurt it. But it was lessons. It was lessons that we had to learn. You know, we have to be taught how to be respected. Our parents teach us to respect our elders, respect others. Those are things that we should learn at home. All these things we should already know. When you get ready to go out in public, you should already know. You shouldn't do these things, but children be children. But you have to know where to draw the line. Like sometimes we be going on our little family trips and stuff like that. The kids, when you travel, they gotta use the bathroom. They want something to eat. You custom tell them, look, we gotta keep on riding. Prepare for those things. When we used to go on trip, my mom used to have us some sack lunches, things like that. Have you lunch, have you some snacks, especially if you on a long trip and you trying to get somewhere. And some kids have little tantrums when they can't have their way. And that's where you come in as a parent and tell them, look, I'm gonna get you something, but give us a little time to get where we're going. You know what I'm saying? Give us a little time to get where we're going. We're gonna let you stop and do whatever you gotta do. But y'all know how some little ones be. Woo. But that little one like got in there. That's why we don't be want her to drink nothing when we travel. We be like, We already know if you drink something, especially when you try to be on road trips. And I'm like that too. I try not to drink a lot of liquids because I be have to go. But my commentary today, I like to do the throwbacks. I like to talk about things that I went through as a child. And I try to teach my children as they was coming up about the values and the ways and things like a life. And spanking is part of our culture. Getting spanking was part of our culture. I mean, getting those switches, and you already know what time it is. When you see the old little twister, the old little switches twist up together, you already know what time it is. You already know what grandma and mama and auntie and them gonna do with those switches. They didn't have those things side in the corner for that. They was waiting. They was waiting, you know what I'm saying? And and we have to thank our grandparents and ancestors for disciplining us, teaching us the values of life, letting us know, look, some things can be tolerated and some things can't. But I loved it my childhood. I loved it both of my grandmothers gone. My parents were still here, but I can remember just going to my grandma's house. She always she'll tell her right quick what she didn't want us to do. My dad and mama, she did not play. I mean, if it was lightning, we had to turn those lights off, those TVs off. You can't be on that phone. I don't care if you sneak in there and try to do it. If she know that phone is you on that phone on that TV, she gonna turn it off. Cause that one thing they believed it in back in the day. They did not want nothing on when it was lightning and thundering. And I still say that today. Y'all better turn them TVs on. Y'all better get off them phones. Because it draws electricity and stuff. So there are some things as a child and we learn and then it go into our adulthood. Even though times have changed, right now everything is computerized, and we see that now. Like when I went to the doctor when I went to the dentist the other day, they sent all my forms to the phone. Y'all remember going to the doctor office, filling out all these papers. You really don't have to do that now. They send everything to your email. And I'm like, wow, things have changed. You remember going to the doctor office for the first time. You used to have a thick thing full of papers. They want to know your history. Now, they send everything to your email. They have it where you're able to sign it. And once you get to the doctor, like when I went to the dentist the other day, yeah, everything. My husband was talking about that. My husband was talking about that the other day. Everything is on the computer. Everything. And that's what it is now. The computer, they got everything running through computer. Now, in a way, it might be good, especially when you go into the doctor for the first time, right? Only thing you gotta do, you get all your paperwork sent to your email. You want to have it done. Because I thought I had to sign some more papers when I went to the dentist the other day, right? They said, no, we got everything. We sent it to your email. I was glad because them papers used to be so thick, you have to put down. They want to know where your pain at, your address, what kind of medicine you take. I mean, you have to have your whole history. You have to write down your whole history when you was going to the doctor. And see now, you just put it in your email, keep it going. So that's a good thing. If you know how to work all that stuff. But a lot of people don't know how to do all that. But it's a learning process. He's honest, I can't stand it, especially for a business. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people don't like to deal with, like, when it comes out of their bank accounts. Now you really don't have to call the bank. You can just go right on there and get that out, and it'll show everything. Like, everything now is just where you can just tap on it. Like when you pay your bills, shopping, everything is different. You can call and you can get Ubers. What they call them people? When they bring your food out. 'Cause my grandma love to call them folks. What they call them folks? Not the Uber, but the other people that bring food. She love to call them folks. And she said, my grandma, they be taking out their taxes too. They take out their fee too. I said, huh. She'll call and say she wants something from Wendy's or whatever. They'll bring what Uber Eats. Ain't that what it is? Uber Eats, what they call it. But now they doing all that now. Then you can call and get grocery. You call up and they'll bring you can just give them your grocery list. Give them your grocery list. They have it already. You can do it online. Everything is changing, have changed. Some things have changed for the good. Some things have changed for convenience. Some things are necessary and some things might not, but it's all depending on what you want and what you expect. Um, this has been a good show. I laughed. I had fun interacting with the chat. I was like, I like to do things like this. I like to have a good show. I don't like no drama. I don't be want to. I always have said, I'm all about business. I'm adult. Anything that needs to be said to me or anything a person want me to know, my email, amymore6969@gmail.com. I don't like to bring things to the internet. I don't handle business that way. I don't do that. I'd rather be an adult and talk about things. Because that's the right thing to do. I don't like to add wood to nobody's fire. Because long as you keep putting wood to a fire, it going to keep burning. And I'm not trying to light it up for nobody on YouTube. I'm not going to do it. I love everybody. I don't have no animosity against no one. People support who they want. People support who they don't want. It's fine. We all out here trying to do the same thing, We all have different flavors. We all have what we trying to put out on our channels. I'm not in competition. I don't knock nobody. I want us all to grow. And when you come over here on my channel, I hope that I can inspire someone about some of the things that I do. Because I love going to people's channel and getting, I'm inspired by some people. I can go, if I'm having a bad day, I can go to somebody's channel. It can lift my spirit up just like that. Life is too short. It's too short to be having animosity about nothing. We see that we got this election going on. Don't know which way it gonna go. But whoever you vote for and whoever be in that White House, be for the people. Everybody. Be for everybody. I don't care if you for Trump. I don't care if you for Kamala. I'm like Trump. I'm calling her Camilla. No matter who you for, the thing about it, you got a voice. Your vote should count. Now that comes to the school system. We see that they don't allow spanking in some states, and there are some states that still allow spanking. If your child going to a school that still allows spanking and they mistreat your child, that's where your vote, that's where you supposed to come in and voice your opinion and let them know, look, now some parents will go to school and show out now. Y'all know some parents does be ghetto. They ain't gonna let you mistreat their kid. And that's only right. But if it ways to conduct things in an order where everybody can be okay, do it in that fashion. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what our vote count. We vote people out of city council. We vote people out of the school board. We vote for new mayors and superintendents and teachers. That's what the school board is for. So I just want to bring that up because I got kids, grandkids in school. If one of my grandkids come on and say, even though they have banned spanking, but one of my grandkids come on and say a teacher, a student, anybody bullying them or doing, and yes, I must continue to do awareness on bullying, because it's going on in the United States every single day. And I use my platform for stuff like that. A lot of people don't probably like what I do over here. They might not like what they hear. They might not like what I put out. But you have your choice. You have your choice to be on anybody else's channel. If you're looking for drama, if you're looking for me to come back and throw shade or be at someone, this is not the channel for you. I have an email. I have a phone. I'm on Facebook. I'm an adult. I'd rather handle stuff in that way. If I need to address anything. There's one thing I don't do. That's right. You have a right to express your opinion. So I like the 2, the 3, 4 people that does hang out with me. I appreciate y'all. I never had a channel. My channel never have been 100 people in my chat. 50, 30. The most I probably got, maybe going through YouTube direct. Maybe sometime it'll go up a little bit. But people have their choices of who they want to support. I salute anybody out here. If you're doing something positive out here, keep doing what you're doing. Because I'm going to still be who I am. I'm going to still continue to put out that positivity. I'm going to continue to keep sharing awareness and wellness and prep food when I can and do some entertainment. And I have enjoyed these past 3 years getting to know some of the people that I did. Even the ones that don't come over here no more. I still love you too. I don't have animosity. That's not me. That's not me. I love everybody. We might not deal with each other. We might not talk or whatever, or however it go, because nobody on YouTube know nobody. This is entertainment. This is entertainment. This is not real life. But YouTube is where a lot of people does work hard. They do work hard, and they want their content to be the way they want it to be. So I don't knock nobody for what they do, how they do. And you welcome to my channel long you're positive to me, and the people in my chat. I just wanted to get that out there. You know? I want us all to win. It's enough out here for all of us. I want all of us to progress, build. I always have said my motto over here, if I can't lift you up, I would not tear you down. And that's for sure. I have enjoyed everybody. I I was this right here topic, like when it come down to our kids. I love bringing things, talking about stuff like this, cause our babies, you said sometimes I have 3 people when I'm on late. Child, I just keep talking. Me too. Sometimes be one person in my chat. I said, is somebody watching me? I I can't let that discourage me, cause we all out here, huh? You didn't talk about? You, you want me to put this? Your mom want me to put this on you. I know you don't want to smell it, but it's gonna help you. I gotta put on some big sand, y'all. She said, it big sand spicy. She tried to say it. Oh, this. I put some big sads on her the other day to my grandma. It's spicy. She was trying to say it smell loud. She said it was stinking. She better go get something put up on her nose. But she going to school tomorrow. She stayed at home today. I thought, you can't stay at home another day. But I have enjoyed y'all, and I enjoy my chat. The ones that does be over here, I appreciate y'all so much. And like I said, shout out to you, Grandma Lynn. You did get your monetization back on your big channel. That's awesome. So you have 2 channel monetized, huh? That's it feels good to know that you have worked hard, and thank you. It feels good to know you have worked hard. You put in a lot of hours on these channels, and why not? Why not? You want to deserve something, because you put a lot of hard sweat and tears on these channels. See what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm still going through the process of rebuilding. But when it's my time, I'm going to get there. Sometimes I get sidetracked because I deal with real life health issues and real life things. But, I will be getting some dinner work done starting next weekend. So I probably won't be live until my mouth get, well, but I probably do some videos and stuff like that. I got the stress. I got some medical appointments coming up. But I will try to put maybe some videos out, or something will be on this channel, some inspiration, until I get back where I can go live and stuff. I think I gotta get 3 people. Whew. I'm dreading it, but it got to be done. I don't know if they going to pull all 3 of them at the same time. Did somebody send me a cash app or something? I don't know. It looked like I did. I gotta look and see. I seen some came in the top of my phone. Or somebody left me a message or something like that. I have to see though. But I enjoyed my channel. Tomorrow is Friday. I'm gonna try to if I'm able to. I'm gonna test out StreamYard and see how it's working. I might do a panel tomorrow. I tried to do one last week, but StreamYard wouldn't let me be great. It wouldn't let me be great. So, but I'm gonna test it out tomorrow. We can do a panel. We can talk about different things. I like interacting with my chat. I like knowing how people are doing, and if I'm doing something to help someone. I had the little girl come in my chat, the one I've been mentoring, the one note. Her and her little friend came in my chat the other night. They ain't no more than about 12 or 13. And I've been telling them, I said, y'all be careful who channels y'all be on. Cause y'all still in school. And I be telling them, if you could protect your identity, or protect your identity, cause y'all are so young. And her little friend said, I have helped the Note so much. And she came in the chat and told me, thank you for helping Note. Because the little girl was trying to kill herself. And I've been mentoring her. I've been talking to her. I've been encouraging her. And that made me feel good to know that I'm reaching people. I'm helping somebody. And that's the purpose of my channel, is to help uplift someone. And I even be needing it myself. Hey, Loretta, how you doing? We was over there just talking about spanking and things like that. When we was little, I need to put the light on. I'm waiting on my granddaughter, but I'm fixing to get ready to go. It's getting dark. I need to pop this light on right quick. We were just talking about getting those spanking girls. We was talking about getting spankings in school and how grandparents used to spank us and stuff like that. How you been doing? But I'm finna close this out because I'm gonna have to take me some antibiotics for this teeth start by hurting. I started on the antibiotics last night. I rest pretty good last night. Uh-huh. It's good to see you, Lorette. How you been doing? I see you have been going through some health issues. I hope everything is working. I seen your video like you. I don't know if you was going to the doctor or something was going on with you. But I pray that everything is working out well for you. Yeah. I know how that is because I gotta get some tests done next week. I gotta get the nuclear stress test. And this is gonna be my first time going through that. They got to check my heart because I was having chest pain. But this week I've been doing pretty good. Every now and then I feel a little flutter up there. So I'll find out when I get this test done. That's why I say I can't worry. I'm not stressing. I just want to come on YouTube, have a little fun, put out my content, and go on about my business and connect with people that connect with me. Um, Thank you. Yeah, I just got to get that stress test done. Tuesday, the lady called me today. She called me today and told me, you can't eat that after 12. I said, uh, I gotta go Wednesday, then I gotta go get my teeth pulled. That's one thing about me. I said this year that I was gonna focus on my health. I'm getting my dental work done, getting all my checkups. And that's what we have to do. Go to your doctor, keep getting your checkups. Do what you gotta do to make sure you where you need to be. Like I said, I had a cousin pass a few weeks ago. The family didn't even know she had cancer till she went to the doctor that day, and it was already too late. That's why it's important to get those checkups. It's important to get your checkups, everybody. When she went to the doctor, remember I was telling my cousin, I had another cousin that died from cancer. And cancer is like, if you don't get it in time, and if you don't go on and see about it, it'll get you. Because when I first got diagnosed with cancer, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was. I just knew I had a lump. I knew my neck had swollen. And they told me I had a 4 centimeter tumor. And I thank God next month I'll be 8 years cancer free. That's why I'm always going to give God the glory. He's going to always be the center of my life. And I'm always have something good to say about the Lord Jesus. Because he spared me. It could have been the other way around, but God had other plans for me. So it'll be 8 years. I always share information about thyroid cancer, and I do my awareness over here. On that note, I have enjoyed everybody. I hope everybody have a blessed night. Thank you. Hope everybody have a blessed night. I'm gonna try to come out tomorrow and do a panel. Tomorrow just gonna be talk with friends, like I did the other day. Hopefully everything will work well with the StreamYard. StreamYard's a trick. I'm telling you. I guess because I ain't been on it in a while, then I try to get on it like I don't want to do right. But other than that, y'all, thank y'all for supporting. I appreciate everybody for the ones that have gave me the thumbs up. Thanks to the ones that do watch my playlist. Like I said, my watch hours are going up some. They up and down. I'm just gonna let it be what it be. And when it's time for me to get back monetized, it'll happen. I'm not stressed. I'm good. I'm good. I thank God daily for being where I'm at in my life today. Through all the struggles, I'm still here. So thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Y'all continue to have a blessed day. Stay encouraged and always stay what? Prayed up. Until next time. Good night.